They say becoming a mother or a father is the most beautiful thing a person can experience. You hear it since childhood. You see it in movies, on social media, in every family conversation. But no one talks about the silence that follows the attempts, the emptiness that stays when you want it so deeply and it doesn't happen. No one tells you how to hold yourself when your body or life simply says no. Infertility doesn't only live in the body, it lives in the soul. It's a waiting that stretches until it hurts. Another month, another test, another illusion ending in tears. It's looking at the calendar with both hope and fear. It's watching the world move on while you remain still, stuck in a question that has no answer: why me? But the cruelest part of this pain is the silence, because it's a grief that almost no one recognizes. There's no funeral, no flowers, no words of comfort, only an echo that repeats inside you, "I couldn't." And that echo follows you in every comment, every family dinner, every look that doesn't understand. "When are you having kids?" they ask so innocently, not realizing that question cuts you in half. You smile politely, you answer softly, but inside a wound opens again. And then comes guilt, the guilt of feeling sad, of envying those who have what you can't, of crying every time you see a pregnancy announcement. Guilt is that shadow whispering that you should be grateful, that you should be stronger, that others have it worse. But pain cannot be compared. Every loss, even the invisible ones, deserves to be grieved. Every failed attempt is a goodbye. Becoming a parent isn't always a straight road. Sometimes it becomes a quiet war between desire and reality, between the dream you had and the life you're living. You wonder if you did something wrong, if you waited too long, if destiny forgot you. But the truth is, there's no blame, no punishment, only a story that didn't unfold the way you imagined. Still, the world doesn't give you permission to hurt. They tell you to relax, not to obsess, that it'll happen when it's meant to. As if pain had an off switch. As if every failed attempt didn't steal a tiny piece of your faith. No one sees your late-night searches, your quiet prayers, your whispered, "maybe this time." No one hears the silence filled with love that has nowhere to go. Some people believe we only grieve what we can touch, but there are losses of what never was, of what never came, of what was dreamed so vividly that it almost felt real. That's the grief of infertility, crying for a child you never met but already loved. And yes, sometimes you get tired of explaining, of pretending calm, of living between hope and resignation. Because the pain of not being able to give life isn't measured in test results. It's measured in silence, in absences, in hugs that never happened. You are not broken. You are not incomplete. You are not less of a woman or a man because parenthood didn't come your way. Your worth is not defined by your ability to conceive, but by your capacity to love, to care, to keep standing even when your soul is exhausted. There are many ways to give life, some biological, some emotional, some spiritual, but all of them matter. Maybe today you don't hold a child in your arms, but you hold love in your heart. And that love transforms the world in its own way. You give it through your friends, your students, your nieces, your community. The instinct to love doesn't disappear. It simply finds new directions.
There will be days when you'll want to give up, days when the emptiness feels endless, days when tears come without warning. But there will also be days when you'll laugh again, when life will show you there are many ways to create, to nurture, to leave a mark.
The silence of pain isn't broken with words, but with understanding. By allowing yourself to feel without guilt, to grieve without apology. You don't owe anyone explanations. You don't need to prove your strength. Sometimes being strong simply means allowing yourself to fall apart. Healing this grief doesn't mean forgetting the dream. It means making peace with what was and opening yourself to what could still be. It means stopping the fight with life and starting to embrace it, even with its absences. It means realizing that love still exists, even in the void. Because love doesn't disappear, it just changes shape. And one day, maybe when you least expect it, you'll understand that parenthood was never a destination. It was just one of the many ways to express something far greater, your infinite capacity to love. And that, even if it didn't happen the way you dreamed, is still beautiful, still yours, still love.